right? MSPU started doing this 5, 6 years ago. So managed services, there's still lots of opportunity, but it's a natural evolution. It's not a turnkey solution, okay? So what happened was they took a look at the top 3 objections. I want to take specifically a look at the top 3 objections that are coming from the end users based on what MSPs told Forbes, okay? Number 1 is a lack of understanding about managed services, meaning we're not doing a good job educating the end users around what your offering actually is. Number 2 is a desire to maintain their own infrastructure. That comes down to trust. Ultimately, if they trust you as that, and you have customers that will give you 100% full-blown access. How many of you got keys to your customer sites? That's trust. That's the trust that you need to establish with the guys that won't give you the key or won't give you the whole access, won't give you the ability to go and monitor their environment, okay? And then number 3 is always about money, the cost, okay? These are the top 3 objections that the end users are giving the managed services community. I'm going to give you ways to overcome all 3 of these objections, okay? I'm going to start by talking about network audits. Network audits is something that, first of all, will help you open the door with both your prospects as well as your existing customers. It's a conversation where you can actually start having an intelligent conversation using data from your customer's environment around what's going on in their environment. Level Platforms makes it very, very easy, again, because we're an agentless solution. So you literally go into the customer environment with a notebook with our agentless software, you plug it in that customer environment, it immediately goes out and scans. So those of you that are using an agent-based solution, you have to have that awkward conversation around, well, I need to deploy software on every device in order to be able to get data. Or you decide I'm only going to look at the servers, or I'm only going to do this. Using agentless software, you can go in and get all of the data, printers, scanners, anything that's networked into the environment. Okay? Now, what we did was we built a network audit bundle of reports. We finally figured out that, hey, we can leverage this agentless software. We can actually start helping our customers. So we went to our fastest growing customers and said, what are you doing? So this is based on best practices from a number of different sources. There's about 25 Level Platforms customers that are in that best-in-class MSP spot that gave us their network audits. We also went to MSPU, we also went to the Robin Robbins, we also went to the other gurus within the marketplace and said, what are you seeing? How are your customers growing fast? And we took all this information, I gave it to my technical team, and they came up with a series of 8 reports that we bundled together, put in our technology, free for our customers, and said, go to town. I want to share with you these 8 reports, and these 8 reports are based on best practices. So again, the methodology is you go into the customer environment with your notebook and say, Mr. End User Customer, Mr. Prospect, I'm going to leave this here a week, a month, I'm going to let it sit here, I'm going to gather data on your environment. No technicians crawling under desks writing down serial numbers. Technology is doing this for you. We're going to run an automated discovery, okay? So you start running the technology, you point it back to your dashboard, back at your office, you start deploying some policy modules, now you start finding pain in that customer environment. You start finding issues. You print these out of the box reports, completely customized, your logos, your colors, your branding, okay? Remember, I have no interest in selling your end user, so Level Platforms doesn't appear on any of my reports. And then you go back with these results, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever it is later, with the percolated information, and then you can have an intelligent conversation with your customer. What you've done is you've just opened the door. You've opened the door to have a conversation around the power of what you can provide this organization versus what their traditional solution provider is doing, which is what Len is doing, is sitting in their boardrooms waiting for something to break, praying. Okay? So, 8 reports. Number 1 is a hardware inventory report. As soon as you deploy our technology, you'll start gathering hardware information. And it can go real detailed. Number 2 is a software inventory report, very similar to the hardware one. Number 3 is a site device. It's going to gather all the devices within that actual customer site. Anything that's networked in. Anything with an IP address. Okay? So you're going to be able to get a real detailed list of what's going on. Windows licensing. Now you're going to start finding upsell opportunities, compliance issues. Now you can start having conversations around security. Right? Server health, deploy a policy module, start getting some trending data. You're going to find pain, guys. This is the easiest way to go in there and find pain. And nothing will help you sell an end user, whether it's a prospect, whether it's an existing customer on your managed services offering, other than finding pain. All right? Workstation health, same thing. Don't just focus on the servers. Get everything within the customer environment, right? We're complete end-to-end solution providers. Windows security, and then network services. So these are the 8 reports based on best practices that we've actually pulled together, packaged up into our technology, and is available for all Level Platforms partners today to go out and use to help grow their businesses. Okay? Now, you've actually had the conversation, you've shared the network audit. And by the way, we actually have a brochure. I can see you've got one here. If you don't mind, I'm going to borrow this for a moment. We actually do have these 8 reports, right, available. Come by and see Jeff and I at the actual table. even if you're not interested in level platforms. This is based on industry best practices, not level platforms best practices, industry best practices. Take it, design your own, go back to your remote monitoring vendors, tell them and make them accountable and ask them to do this, and if they won't, come and talk to us. But ultimately, we've got a lot of resources, both technical as well as sales, to help our partners go out there in the market. I don't make money unless you make money. This is why we do these kinds of things. We also have this really cool report that's just been, it's actually always been within our technology, which is warranty information. Prior to our last release, which was about a month ago, you had to go in and manually enter the warranty information, and then you could actually get that stuff automatic. Now, the technology actually goes out and does it for you. So along with the network audit report, you can actually provide a report to your customers with all of the warranty info. What's coming up, what's already expired, and you will find expired machines. You also actually, through level platforms, have the ability to create alerts, which means if your sales guys are waiting for stuff to go out of warranty 30 days, 60 days beforehand, you can actually get an alert sent to your sales team going, you need to talk to this customer about this device. Good information? Yeah. Help you sell? It's automated, completely automated these days. Okay? All right. What we've done is we've educated the end user as to the power of what you can actually do using managed services. So we've eliminated that. What we've done is we've shown the customer that we know more about their environment than any other solution provider, or even they do. You will find devices in their environment, and you will find software in their environment that they don't even know about. That's very true. You always will. So immediately you've eliminated trust as an objection. Let's talk about cost. The most difficult part for all of our customers has been transforming their customers from that break fix to managed services. How do I get them to give me more money this year, and how do I get them to sign an actual contract? I'm going to give you a methodology that works. It works because it's the lowest common denominator. It's the easiest conversation with your customers. It's not going to scare them off, but it's something that you can build your recurring revenue on. So we heard Eric talk about it, and we've seen it. I talked about Todd, a partner of ours out of Philadelphia, firing 375 of his customers. Don't do that. Instead, go with this. If they won't sign up for what I'm about to show you, then fire them. Not quite. Don't fire your customers. But start assessing whether you want to continue to do business with them. But this is the lowest common denominator. This is the minimum conversation you should be having. Now, before I say this is based on best practices. This works. I've got customers, and I've got videos of customers that will walk you through this same process as to how it actually works. Again, it's in that package I'll send you if you fire me off an email. Okay? I'll send you those videos as well. This is not the whole 100% way of doing this. There are a million ways to carve a turkey. All right? And all of my customers do it differently. Very successful customers all do it differently. But this is one way that is at least an easier way to start having the recurring revenue conversation with your customer. Okay? It starts with monitoring, alerting, reporting. Very simple. That's all I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor your environment, I'm going to alert on your environment, and I'm going to report on your environment. So Mr. End User Customer, I've just given you the network audit report, and I found all this pain. Here's your project plan. Here's how much it's going to cost. Here's how long it's going to take. Okay? I have a proactive monitoring service that I'm going to implement within your environment. And I'm going to do this to make sure that this kind of garbage doesn't happen again. I'm going to make sure you're up to date. I'm going to make sure your warranty information's out. I'm going to make sure you are always aware of what's going on in your environment, because it's obvious up until this point you haven't been. So I'm going to monitor your environment. I'm going to proactively monitor it. I'm going to get alerts before things go bad. I'm going to give you an asset management report, very similar to what we gave you in this network audit. I'm going to give you this, so you always have a list of what's in the environment. I'm going to give you a security assurance report, which will identify the gaps within your security. Yes, I've identified that I'm going to close those gaps. I'm going to close those gaps, but I'm going to give you a report to show you that I'm continuing to close those gaps. And if anyone opens up, we're going to know about it. Preventative maintenance. We have an awesome scripting engine which will automate a lot of different tasks for you. We've got about 150 different automated tasks within our actual product. We'll go through the library, pick 2 or 3 of them, and add it to your managed services offering. Things like a defrag, temp file cleanout. We now, through our R2 version, actually have the ability to shut down desktops at night. 7 p.m. every night, Mr. End User, are going to shut down your desktops for you and save you money on energy, whatever. All right? But go through the library, and we also have positioning documents on each of those scripts. I'm also going to provide a list of reports to you. Our technology comes with about 46 different scripts. You also have the ability to write your own. You can use some of the ones that are in the network audit report, whatever your customer wants to see. Send them reports on a monthly basis. Branded with your colors, your logos, everything like that. Okay? So I'm going to send you these reports on a monthly basis, and then you and I are going to sit down every 90 days, and we're going to assess everything that's happened and everything that needs to happen. Mr. End User Customer, I'm going to do all this for you for $199 a month. Okay? $199 a month is what we recommend you go to your customers and talk to them about. Those 375 guys that are very happy with you coming and fixing stuff when it breaks, have this conversation with them. This works. This works. All right? The cost of our technology, the cost of level platforms is significantly cheaper than this. This is at about 300% ROI. So just for monitoring, alerting, and reporting alone, it's 300% ROI if you can sell this for $199 a month. Now, some of you will say that this is too cheap, I can sell it for more. Awesome. I have a guy based out of New York who saw this presentation up in Chicago. Alan, you were there for ASCII. All right? He actually took this and he sold it for $399, sold 5 guys within a week on $399. So take this. This is just, it's an easy way. And not only that, but it starts building that recurring revenue conversation with your customer. Now, the natural conversation is, Mr. Solution Provider, you just showed me a boatload of stuff that needs work. You just showed me a bill of $60,000 of stuff that I need done. First of all, $199 is nothing, okay, from this perspective. But now they're going to start saying, hey, what if we built some of this project work into our managed services offering? Now you can start building in things like SLAs. Now you can start having conversations like all you can eat, if that's the route you want to go. Remember, there's 1,000 ways that you can package it up and have success. The key is focusing on your ROI and having the conversation with your customers. This is an easy one, guys, especially when you got the power of the information from their environment. Okay? Now we just eliminate cost as a barrier. If your customers aren't going to give you $199, really honestly, move on somewhere else. They'll come back to you because some other guy's going to walk in the door and offer monitoring for this or something close to that. So they will come back. And Todd, the gentleman in Philadelphia, is actually starting to see some of those 375 customers miss him and start coming back and start talking to him. Okay? We're very partner focused, obviously. We love our partners. We spend a lot of time and energy and effort around our partners. These are our partners that were just recently named to the MSP Mentor 250 list. Each of these individuals, most of these individuals are actually on our partner council as well. A lot of these individuals have go-to-market strategies. We know what their go-to-market strategies are, and we share their go-to-market strategies with everybody that asks. They are willing to do it. The MSP market is massive, so these guys have been integral in helping us build this stuff. There's also some really cool stuff. This is Erin Arnold, Next Step Networking, based out of Cincinnati. She had a really cool feature done in MSP Mentor not that long ago, and this is the approach that she takes to the marketplace. This is Todd Shirley, by the way, the gentleman I was talking about out in Philadelphia that fired all of his customers. That article, Benchmark Your Managed Services Success, he actually talks about how he radically changed his business a few years ago to implement managed services. So he talks about how he did it. It's about a 3-page article written in Business Solutions. Again, contact me, I'll send you this information, just so you got the information as well. All right, let me talk about level platforms for a little bit. What makes us different than anybody else? Number one, agentless solution. You need it for the cloud. You need it for do a proper network audit. We also have agents as well. Okay? So you get the best of both worlds when you work with a remote monitoring tool like Level Platforms. Automation, scripting engine is beautiful. We overhauled it about 8 months ago, and our scripting engine is better than ever before. Vendor integration, we work all the different vendors that you do. We don't force you to pick an AV or force you to pick a backup. We integrate with all of them. Our next releases, which is in about 2 months, you'll actually be able to manage all the different backup vendors and all the AV vendors out of your actual dashboard. Some of our competitors will do it with 1 backup and 1 AV. We're doing it with everybody. Cloud management, cloud is going to be critical. You can't ignore it. Our customers are 1 step ahead of everybody else because we're focused on cloud now. We have an extensive cloud roadmap that we are sharing with our customers on a very active basis to make sure they understand both what trends are coming out and how technology is going to help them do it. Best reporting by far. The reports are going to be critical to your business. You've got to send reports out to your customers. It's got to be branded. It's got to be sexy. And if it's not, that's not a good representation of your customer. Your technicians farting around unplugging servers should not be a representation of your business. It should be the reports and the information that you're sending to your customers. That's how you should represent your business. And you need clean, awesome-looking reports, and we got the best in the business. And 100% channel focus. We have enough competitors in the marketplace today. Do you really need vendors with billions of dollars going to your customers? Do you? No. Is this important? 100% channel focus? Yep. We're it. And then, of course, the partner, yeah, no problem. And, of course, the best partner program and resources. Again, 1 customer, you guys, 1 product, managed workplace, which means we need your help. We need you guys to go out and make money. I don't make money unless you make money. So we have to invest our time and energy around you. Not advertising end users, but you. Okay? We also just launched recently a certification program, so you can actually become Level Tech certified. All right? It is a program that we also offer for free. We do not charge our customers for it. Most of our competitors will charge for certification. Our pricing is very simple. Okay? We charge by site. Remember, this is a consultative sale. You are a trusted advisor. You're not just going to go in and monitor servers. And when you actually go to the competitors and buy blocks of agents or blocks of devices, you need to pick and choose the devices you want. We take a different approach. where we'll give you one price to monitor the entire customer site, all the devices. You can scale it back if you only want to do servers. You can do that. But we recommend you monitor the whole environment. Because what happens is when that president owner's notebook crashes and you haven't been monitoring it, and he calls and goes, why isn't our solution provider on top of this? Call somebody else. My father owns a business. He actually did that. He railroaded another solution provider because they were watching his servers, they were watching his backups, but they weren't watching his notebook.
Watch the wife's notebook.
Watch the wife's. Hey, with the agents, you can actually deploy agents at the customer's home environment and watch their kids' stuff as well. And you lump it all in as part of your value add. It's critical that you actually watch everything. All right? We actually have, we're at the point now, I mean, we've really matured as a vendor. We've got a great partner base. We're so confident in our technology and our partner program and the success that our customers can have that we actually now have the ability to offer a very low barrier to entry. If you're not using a remote monitoring solution, you're not going to find one that's going to be cheaper than this. Excuse me, more affordable. Never use the word cheap. More affordable than this. It is the most affordable that we've ever offered in the marketplace. You can actually have your first year of Level Platforms partnership. This is not a trial version. This is not Level Platforms Lite. You are a full-blown Level Platforms partner, and it's $299 per month. And that should be more than enough to get you started, more than enough to get it out to your customers. Use the network audits among some other stuff that I'll show you. All right? $299 a month will get you your dashboard. It'll get you $5,000 worth of site licenses, all right, and a bunch of other things. First of all, what does $5,000 do for you? The little number there in the gold seal is the number of customers you can monitor using that $5,000. All right? Number of customers, not devices, customers. All right? So you can take that $299 and go out and deploy it to 14 small businesses and start making money. Pitch that on that $199 that I was talking about. Right? Along with the $299, you get our partner portal, you get technical account managers, unlimited training, unlimited support. By the way, best-in-class support. Average speed of answer in my support queue, 24 seconds. You don't have to email me. You can if you want, but I'm going to reply back to you right away. And our support is all done by Level Platforms employees in-house. Okay? So best-in-class support. Partner Development Manager, the guys that work for me, the guys that want you guys to make money, they're out there to help you as well. Partner Forum, marketing materials, knowledge base, case studies, white papers, and then of course you're going to get certified as well. One of the other cool things that we actually do, obviously the network audit is included, one of the other cool things that we do is, forget the $199. You can't sell it. You still want to focus on break fix. Remember, MSPs are finding more product sales. We'll show you how. We actually have what's called an opportunity discovery call. We brand it 30K in 30 days. Because if you monitor a customer site for 30 days and then you show us the reports, and we'll go through the reports with you, and your sales staff will show you what to look for, we're on average finding $30,000 worth of upsell opportunities for our customers. So forget about managed services. We'll help you find product. And then we'll start having conversations about getting you onto recurring revenue. All right? So we can actually help you find product sales as well. I mentioned to you that our community, our partner base is extremely important. And I'm a vendor, right? I feed my family based on you buying my licenses. What we do is we pull together our partners to help each other out. Okay? They're going to share with you a lot of what they do, how they go to market, their SLAs, their best practices, how they transform their businesses. I've talked a little bit about Todd Shorley. This is a mentoring program that we pulled together with some of our 7 fastest growing customers. Okay? Todd Shorley I talked about, he's in our forums right now, willing to help out other partners. This is Charles Love. Charles Love does this $199 approach in Tampa Bay. One of the hardest hit areas of the recession, one of the most successful MSPs. Okay? Those individuals are there to help as well. For you guys specifically, for the MSP community, we're offering the same offer, $299, but we'll give it to you first month free, and I'll give you an opt-out. You can walk away. An opt-out. I'm so confident in the end of 30 days, after I show you the product sales, after I go through a go-to-market strategy, after you see the resources, the power, the tool, deploy it to your customer sites, get that information, run it side by side with the RMM you're using today, or if you're new to this, absolutely risk-free. I'm not going to take a penny from you. I'm going to ask you to make a buying decision in 30 days, but you'll have more than enough information to decide whether it's right for you. If you come by and see us today, we'll do that. If you guys are interested in any of the information, and I gave you a boatload of it, and I got a boatload more, either come by and talk to me. Sorry, Raphael, I know I'm long. Or send me an email, rob@levelplatforms.com, and I will send you out a whole package of this stuff. Okay? Even if you're not interested in Level, guys, you know, there's some really good stuff in there that'll help you with your go-to-market strategies. That's it for me. Thank you very much.